some of the things I wanted to kind of talk to you about were some of the things we're seeing in the market today. I know a couple weeks ago there was a big article in the paper that came in from First Serve, I think, that said the values in Naples are going to drop another 18 to 20%. Within 5 minutes of that hitting the web, I had 6 people call me or email me saying, what's going to happen? And I sit down and go, oh, not this again. So I wanted to explain what that methodology is so you guys can go through and explain to your people that this is not correct. This methodology that they use, they basically take the median household income and they estimate how much people can afford to buy a house. So if the median household income, for example, is Collier's about $60,000, they're saying $60,000 you should be able to afford a house of about $200,000. Well, if our median home price is $250,000, First Serve says, all right, well, it's got to come down $50,000 to match what that income is. In order for them to be able to analyze this throughout the market, they have to use the like-kind product throughout the market, okay? So they used 90% of the single-family sales and 10% of the condominium sales. Well, how much of the market in Collier is condominiums, especially at high-end? A lot. The other thing is they only use employment-based income, so that median income value. It does not take into consideration passive income, nor does it take into consideration second home income. We've got a lot of second home people that are here. That's not included in that calculation. So when they sit down and say, oh, the price is going to drop 18 to 20%, I want you guys to know that over the last, since the beginning of January 2009, pricing has stayed stable. Our volume of sales have increased significantly, which you guys are seeing, and our inventory has dropped. These are the things we've got to go ahead and have for our balanced economy. Our pricing is slowly starting to increase because we're eliminating a lot of the crummy product, the foreclosure product and everything else. People are looking at the better markets in the state of Florida and moving to those areas, buying real estate there because it is undervalued based upon the reputation it has and based upon the scarcity of the product that's in the market. And that's the real key, is the scarcity of the product that's in the marketplace. We don't have a lot of product that's in the market. As I go through and monitor all the new development activity today, all the new projects that Stock has purchased or Lennar or anybody else that started new development over the last 2 years, those places are going gangbusters. WCI's project on Manchester Square, sell the hell out of it. Sequoia Reserve, Brian's selling the hell out of it. So the market wants that new product. What's going to end up happening though is there's no product behind it. There's no existing inventory of lots behind it in order to feed that future. So what's going to end up happening? Pricing is going to increase again. Until it gets to the point where it becomes feasible to put the infrastructure in and build more lots to build more product. At this point it still costs too much because landowners still want $30,000 a blank lot, plus it's going to cost you $35,000 to $40,000 to put the infrastructure and everything else in. You don't have enough margin actually to make enough money yet. And there aren't a lot of pieces of property out there that are zoned for single family, which is what the market wants. Multifamily stuff is still very scarce. I mean, I'm not talking about beachfront or scarcity thing, but just typical smaller multifamily condominium product. People don't want to do that because number one, it's difficult to finance. And number two, they're concerned about the financial stability of the association. So those are some of the things that we're seeing in the marketplace. As we move forward, scarcity is going to begin to move more into the market from a standpoint of how pricing is going to increase. The luxury golf course communities, Gray Oaks, Mediterra, Pelican Bay, those types of communities, we're not going to see those types of communities being built again. Because number one, there just isn't any land to do that. And number two, where is the land to build? It's way out east. It's much further from support facilities. So those particular types of communities are going to become as valuable as waterfront because you're not going to be able to replace those good quality communities. I know I'm a member at Mediterra, and a lot up there. On, the changes that are occurring in some of these luxury high-end communities are exciting because there's just not going to be anything else built like that again. So those types of communities you're going to see, Pelican Bay has been redeveloping for the last 10 or 15 years. Communities like that, which are older, which are great communities and great locations, you're going to see a huge amount of redevelopment occurring over the next 5 to 7 years. So.